Hey, everybody, it's Tim again, and today I have something a little bit different from the horror film department. Normally, I have Universal Monsters that I review, but today is more of a modern horror icon, I guess you could say, from My Bloody Valentine, the Ultimate Miner from NECA, and I'd like to thank NECA for sending along this sample for me to review for you. This is part of Target's Fall Geek Out, so you should be able to get this one online, if not in stores already. Pretty much that and another figure of theirs, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, the black and white version, which I just reviewed, is available as part of that promotion as well. You can see on the poster there, it's the face of the miner from the movie. The miner, of course, is the villain here, except for the theatrical poster actually has a couple of the actors pictured in the spotlight on the helmet, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with, likeness rights or whatever. So that's really the only difference. Other than that, it is the actual poster for My Bloody Valentine. Now, again, this is an Ultimate 7-inch action figure. Inside, we have the miner. One of really the coolest looking outfits for a villain when you're talking the late 70s or early 80s as far as horror villains are concerned. Mike Myers is wearing the William Shatner mask. You have the mask eventually with Jason for the Friday the 13th movies. But this one, man, I don't know. It's such of an awesome costume look. And in fact, the only time I've seen anything near to that, it might actually be the exact same costume, was for the 2009 remake with lesser-known Jensen Ackles. Of course, Supernatural fame brought him a lot of attention. And, of course, now he's Soldier Boy on The Boys, as well as Gen V. I should point that out. As far as this film is concerned, this one really stuck with me. I actually had the opportunity to see this in theaters in 1981. And yes, it is true. I took my first girlfriend on a date to see this movie in the theater. Sorry to say, the relationship didn't last after that. Probably wasn't in the horror movies or whatever. That's fine. But you know what? What it provided for me was the wonderful memory of taking her to this, what really equates to now a B horror movie. But to, come into contact, to see this big screen character, it was such of a memory. So needless to say, I was thrilled when I heard NECA was coming out with an ultimate action figure of this character. So I'm going to break this one out of the box. Again, big thanks to NECA for sending this to me, and I will unbox and review for you the My Bloody Valentine Ultimate Miner action figure from NECA. Okay, I'm back with the Ultimate Miner 7-inch scale action figure from My Bloody Valentine from NECA. And again, big thanks to NECA for providing this sample for me to review for you. Again, this figure is available now. It's part of Target's Fall Geek Out promotion. Of course, that includes the black and white Creature from the Black Lagoon Universal Monsters figure from NECA, which I've already reviewed. And I saw this, when this was part of the promotion, I said, I have to get this figure. Again, I've only seen the movie once, to be honest with you, and I watched it again the other night for the first time since I saw it in theaters all those years ago. And yeah, the quality doesn't quite hold up, but you know what? When you get a cool-looking character like the miner, you just have to have it as part of your collection. Now, I know NECA actually had released an 8-inch retro-style cloth outfitted action figure before, and now this one is along the 7-inch action figure line. Now, just giving the figure a 360 look. Of course, the miner is holding the pickaxe, and that is the weapon of choice for the miner. He goes after his victims in the small mining town that abandoned him 20 years before while everybody was partying down during Valentine's Day. He and a bunch of other miners were stuck in the mines and had to do some ugly things to get out. And he was none too happy with what the people did to him. So when the town decided to celebrate Valentine's Day again, that's when he said, you know what, I'm going after these people. So as you can see, as this figure whirls around on the turntable, we have the box, Valentine's Day chocolate box with the heart inside. Of course, some people are fooled during the film into thinking they're actually chocolates in this box, but this is the ultimate miner's way, referring to him in action figure form, the miner's way of showing the people in the town that he is indeed back. So that's one of the main accessories with this figure. Also, you get a knife for him to carry around again, although the pickaxe is his weapon of choice. Harry Warden, pretty brutal in this movie. It's kind of hard to get that one in focus, as well as a nail gun. There we go, that's a little better. So that's it for the accessories. No extra hands in this one, no extra portraits. I mean, really, if you think about it, he really doesn't need any portraits because it's mainly the mask that the character wears throughout most of the film. Now, naturally, what's going to happen with this movie is that his identity will be exposed at one point. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, even though the movie's over 40 years old. And then, of course, there's the My Bloody Valentine remake with Jensen Ackles in 2009 as well. Kept the same outfit, but again, there's always a big revelation at the end of these films as to who the actual bad guy is. So, yeah, there you go. Now I'm just going to show you quickly the detailing on this mask. This is what really makes the figure. Yeah, the blood-stained little thing, the contraption that gives the miner air. Again, on the back, you got this wiring that goes to a communication device in the back here. And again, you got the knife. Yeah, this is really cool because obviously if you push this up, you can give that pose like he's going to whack somebody. Because that's what these villains in these movies do. They whack a lot of people. So I did pop the head off of this thing actually before the review. And it came off relatively easily. And NECA uses different pegs for, the portraits that they put on their figures. So I would imagine you can find something if you collect a lot of figures from the company, something else that can fit on there. So all of a sudden, if you want to pop on Michael Myers' head onto this character, you probably can. Maybe Bruce Campbell from Ash versus Evil Dead, I was thinking, maybe even one of the Universal monsters. But I like the miner, the ultimate miner, the way he is. Again, you probably won't be surprised for me to tell you that I love this figure. I mean, it just looks like the character stepped right off of the screen. So yeah, I'm really happy to add it to my collection. And again, what's really nice is that you probably think I'm all about Universal Monsters. Yeah, I'm not a big slasher movie guy, although I do have some of NECA's other action figures, including Michael Myers. And as you can see, they're about the same height. And their outfits are sort of similar. I suppose they could do a team up if they really wanted to. And measuring them up, now you got to remember Michael is not on a stand like the miner is. So the miner in reality is probably a little bit shorter, but they both come in at about 7.5 inches. Naturally, Jason is a much bigger character, so I would imagine if I were to compare those two, things would be a lot different. Now, of course, the big question is, will we ever see these two in a showdown? Well, for all intents and purposes, the Halloween franchise is over for now. Who knows? Maybe they will revive the My Bloody Valentine franchise at one point. But again, never got nearly the amount of love that Friday the 13th or Jason, that is, and or Halloween's Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger for that matter. This character never quite got the amount of love, but that's why I'm glad that a company like NECA is coming out with it. So for those who did see the original film, whether you saw it in the theater, on VHS, DVD, all these things are disappearing. Hopefully not theaters, but DVDs and VHS almost gone. The memories can live on through these figures. That's all I have for this review. My name is Tim Lammers. I review cool movie toys, mostly Universal Monsters figures from NECA because they're the absolute best. But again, NECA has shown that they can nail it with these figures as well. You know, the Halloween figures, the Friday the 13th figures, etc., etc. And so I hope to bring a little bit more variety to you as I keep doing these reviews. And I thought a good place to start would be with the Ultimate Miner figures. So please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Please tell all your My Bloody Valentine loving friends, all your horror movie loving friends, and I will be back with another review soon. Happy toy hunting, everybody.